Cynthia Lumzy. I'm a wig colorist out of Chicago, Illinois. I'm super excited to be here with you guys today so that we can go over how to lift this natural colored full lace wig into something that's just a little bit lighter and a little bit brighter. So I'm super excited to be here to share with you this technique, some helpful tips, and some helpful tricks that'll help you along your journey with wig coloring. First thing I want to do, as we mentioned, the return hairs, I'm going to find them, and I'm just going to take a water bottle and just spray them down just to kind of get them out the way. You know, if you want, you can spray your hand and kind of go over that just to brush them out the way. I wouldn't use any hairspray or anything like that, but definitely use the water just to kind of get them out the way. You don't want to use too much water because you're not trying to dilute anything. I'm a firm believer that if you use water on anything, it's going to dilute it. So let's see. First thing, and I want to make sure I leave some root on this money piece. I don't want it to be like this big patch of color. I don't want it to look like a patch. Lay our foil down. Take the lightener, and we're going to make sure that our saturation is good, especially when working with wigs. You have to make sure that your saturation is very, very good, because the way that the wigs absorb liquids, it's kind of crazy. Like, it's almost like each spot can absorb liquid different, even if it's in the same like section of hair. It can absorb it. And that's because of the different type of coatings and things that are applied to the wigs to make them look their best and to promote luster. So I made sure to leave the root because we want to make sure that we have a nice root. Now, I only close one side. The reason why I only close one side is so if your lightener, if you're working with lightener that swells or anything happens, if it's too warm in the area that you're working in your home, your heat is up too high or anything like that, and it causes the lightener to swell, you don't want that lightener to just be jumping out. All right, so it looks like I'm gonna have 4 foils in the front, and that's fine, because I'd rather it be 4 foils instead of 3, and that they're nice and thin instead of them being too thick. So now I'm at my 3rd foil. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to tease this. Now you guys, be careful when you're teasing these wigs. If you put too much tease in your wig, you're going to have such a hard time getting it out, and it is not going to be a pretty sight at all. So just make sure that when you're teasing on your wigs, you're not doing too much. Keep in mind, this is a wig. This is not somebody's hair. It's very easy, and they're very delicate to lose the hair. So, okay, so now the front part of our money piece is completely done. So I just want to get up a little bit closer so that you can see the placement. So there's 3 on this side, 4 in the middle, and 3 on this side. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the back area and start putting some light pieces in this back section. Okay, so now let's continue with this back section here. So we want to brighten this up back here. So I'm just going to break this into 2 sections. So we're going to make this, you know, as easy as possible. So let's go in here and let's pop a couple foils in this back section. Now, the foils that I'm going to put back here, I want to do some really nice baby lights. I'm going to do a baby light and then maybe a medium weave and then another baby light. Now, when I do my foils, I was always taught to use my hand as if it is a board. So no matter where I touch down, on the foil, my hand is there, just so that, you know, your foil doesn't get the folding up and running away or anything crazy happens. So just make sure you're using your hand kind of like a guide and a board at the same time. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to doing some stuff in the interior of the wig. What I've done is I've taken from the very front and just went around in the crown area. So I just want to break this up a little bit. Again, I'm not trying to do too much. So I'm just on this side here. And all I'm going to do is just pop a few baby lights in. Nothing too drastic. I'm not trying to make it look heavily highlighted. So I'm just going to pop a few in. And this is where you guys can be really creative with this. You know, if you want, the one thing about this technique is that you can do some other things besides what I'm doing and kind of give it your own personal touch. So if you want to have like some thicker pieces in here, I mean, that's fine. It's still going to be beautiful, you know. I just want really, really small, light pieces. And not a lot. I don't want this to be overpowering at all. I really want to showcase this base that we're going to create a little bit later on. So I'm going to probably do one there. Let's come over here to this side and let's do the same thing. I'm just going to do one baby light here. Grab a few pieces. I'll take this one up a little higher. So almost like a foliage, making sure we keep that. Keep this negative space right there. Everywhere that I folded the hair, I'm gonna make sure I put extra lightener there. I'm just going to fold this up once, twice. And let's get the next section here. So I'm going to add about 2 more, and then we'll let this process for about 10 minutes. I just want to process it so I feel like I get the right lightness, because I'm not trying to go extremely light. This is just to break it up. And this is the part where, again, you guys can mix it up. Do baby lights, do micro baby lights, do bigger, chunks. If you want the bigger chunks, then it's just going to be more pronounced in your finish. All right, so this is the first process, and we are completely done. I'm going to let this do its thing until I feel like it's the right brightness. I'm not trying to get it super duper light. I'm probably going to rinse this off. I'm probably going to shampoo this off in about 10 minutes once this kind of catches up to the front. But before we allow this to process, let's go in here and let's check our front sections, because if these are already light enough, I can go ahead and put, yeah, these are definitely light enough. So here we are. This is the lightness that we have. And this is like really, really, really good. That's one good thing about having, really good human hair, high quality hair, is that you're definitely going to get the right type of lift. So I'm just going to go in here and kind of just take this off so it can slow down some things for me while the back is trying to catch up. So going back to what I was talking about with making sure that you have, high quality wigs, high quality hair. You just want to make sure that you're working with some of the best wigs and extensions or any type of commercial hair so that you do get good lifts. More often than not, I see where there's a lot of, not high quality hair being used, and, you know, it becomes like super spotty, don't get good lift. You know, the hair starts shedding and breaking. And it can happen right in front of your eyes, like as you're doing stuff. So when you're working with commercial hair, just always make sure that you have nice quality hair. So I'm going to just go in and take the foils that are in the front of the money piece. I'm going to just take those out and get the lightener off of those so it slows things down a bit for me. So we got a nice clean lift, which makes me very excited. We got all of these out. So now I'm just going to take our wig and go ahead and get this all rinsed out. And this is extremely important. We want to go and use the same shampoo that we use to do our prep because it's a detoxifying shampoo, and we want to make sure that we get any residue from this first application or this first process. Make sure that we get any of this residue and all of this residue out. Okay, so now the wig has been shampooed, and we're going to towel dry this because our next process we're going to put right over towel dried hair. We don't want it to be wet because, again, I'm a firm believer that water dilutes stuff. So we don't want to dilute the strength of the next process. But we definitely want the hair to be damp because it will help the color glide through the hair a little bit easier, cutting down on some time. Okay, so now we're back. The wig has been dried, and look how beautiful this color is, you guys. It's the perfect level 6. Very, very, very nice, very chocolatey color. Let's turn it around so you can see how nice this looks in the front, where we put that really nice money piece. So this is extremely beautiful to me. All right, everyone, so here's the finished look. We have a beautiful, warm level 6 base. We have that beautiful money piece, and if you look right here towards the bottom, we have all those light pieces that we added. So this is gorgeous, you guys. Let's comb through it a little bit and just get a nice look at all the dimension and how everything plays with the skin tone. Look at there, just beautiful. Just beautiful. And what I love so much about this is that you're able to maintain so much control by using the high lift color instead of using lightener to take that really dark level 3 base and bring it up to a real pretty level 6. I maintain so much control and everything is nice and even. All right, guys, so this is the finished look. There you have it. I hope you enjoyed my segment on lifting a full lace wig, and see you next time.